All right, g'day and welcome. Okay, I'm gonna show. Ooh, ew. That. What's going on in here? All right, got everything falling all over the place. Okay, let me just show you what happened. I didn't put a hole in the leg. Thank God. It was just I got to the edge and it pulled the fat over the edge and it made like a little bit of a hole where the fat was. But it also did something else. Hold the gunky thing like this. Put hand on top like this. Do not let your face fall into this because it could be very gross. But I want to show you just how well this thing's working. It's hard. Look at that. Look how clean that is. That's what we're after, people. And it right to the edge too. So that means this thing's going to dry really well. I will give it a clean up after with the knife. Now, it's always that one side that always kind of gives you a little bit of hard time to get going. But I'm still on the first leg here. And I'm near the cheek and all that. But it's just getting the thing to start under the gristle. I'm just putting my weight on it. He's fat, but I'm fat too. So I got gravity on my side. And it takes a little bit to tear it. But once it starts to come down a bit, yeah. You know, just so you're out of that danger zone where it's really soft around the leg and the belly. And oh, see that? There we go. It takes the meat and everything. So just keep coming down. Don't know if this is necessarily any faster, but if it does a better product, like that. And I wonder why my clothes always smell so bad after I'm done doing this. I can't figure it out. Look at that. That's what we're talking about. That real gristly stuff seems to be coming off too. Now mind you, near the belly it's where it's easy. It's the center part that's all gristly, and right behind that the shoulders and stuff like that. But this is just to get it started, and then you go on to the other leg. And I would just do the belly and the sides and the legs with this part. But you can see how it just peels all that. You know, so I'm just going to work my whole way down. So the trick seems to be the push from the top of the knife. And you see that cleans that up really nice. There's fatlets and meatlets and everything flying all over the place. My God, this is stinky. But it's working good. Imagine on that smaller beaver won't even take this much effort. But yeah, so press from the top down. You see that cleans it up really nice there. Just like that. Oop. If you can hold them steady. That's the biggest problem. They're so greasy and fat and everything. But especially when you get near the edges, if you can clean the fat off the edges, it just makes the beaver look so much nicer when it's dried, because then even like this little fat here, I want that gone. But I can do that on the other one. The idea is just to get the legs started and cleaned. So you can pull on there pretty hard, but you're more pushing than pulling. So just to get it started. So there we go. We'll call that started. Going right up to the cheek here. Okay. So now I can, once I'm getting into the meat and the gristle and stuff like that, I know that the pelt's going to thicken up. But you can see what I did here is that, okay, on the very top here, there's like, that might not come off easy, but I can always readjust a bit. You know, say, take that. So do your legs first. And start like that there. So see, there's like that little bit of fat there that was on top. And what I'm going to do, if I can hold them steady, there, pull all that fat off. There, now there's almost zero fat on the legs and at the edge of the pelt, which is a hard place to get it with the knife. Especially right here is really easy usually to put the hole. You see that's like really clean. Really clean. That's what we're going after. And I'm going into the face and all that. And I'll do the other leg and see about from here where it's going into his back here. Here I could start to use the knife again. So yeah, see, there we go. Get into the cheek. It's hard to tell where everything is. That's why it's you know, that's 90% of it, is just knowing where you're at. You know, so you're not cutting into things you don't want to cut into. There's the cheek there. I'd rather pull that than, but just to get the really main sections going, like here. Just to get it going. There we go. Even if you just start it with the knife. You can use the sharp side if you know where you're at, but I don't recommend using the sharp side until you're really familiar with the pelt itself. Just because it's so easy to put a hole in there. Okay, so I'm just using the dull side of the knife. And watch out for the nipple. That's for the belly and all that there. I recommend that drag, because then you don't cut where the nipple is. You see all that meat there. You get all that after. So anyway, I'm going to do all 4 legs like that. And then just what I'm going to do is, things always want to fall, unroll, and whatever, is keep my, get all the meatlets and all that so off of it, so it's not as going onto the pelt as much. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try a quick pull again before I go on to the other leg. I'm just going to get this out of the way. Put the, getting heavy. He is. He's not getting heavy, he is heavy. Put that to the eyes, like that. Again, you can see how much that cleaned off. See all right around the legs there, except for where the meat just fell on there. Pretty clean, and I can scrape that up a few times. But now what I can do is just keep, maybe get a second go at them from here on a straight pull like that. And yeah. So there we go, just to get this really heavy, yucky stuff off. Just to start it anyway. Do the edges. Yeah, so anyway, it does work pretty good. So, but that's how clean you want. Ideally, you want it. So right there's a nipple, and this didn't even go through the nipple, so that's good. Oh, meatlet. Get off my pelt. Get off my pelt. So yeah, you can see just how clean that's going to do right on the edges there and around the legs. So I'll do the other leg, because I can always come down the center with the knife. That'll be no problem. But even up in the face and stuff like that, if you want to go through all that cartilage, like around the ears and all that. A little easier if it's frozen. It might come off a little easier. But very useful tool anyway. So I'll do the other legs, and yeah, I'll keep motoring on that. But it's yeah, just so you get all that off. Make sure all the meatlets are out of there. You can see how much, how nice of a job that does. Again, let's look at the edges. If we want a clean pelt, I know there's guys that could skin much faster than you. If you have a proper fleshing beam, this would probably be done by now. But you can get the idea of what I'm up against here. So like nice and clean. That's nice. Around the legs, okay, there's always that little stuff there, but some of that's going to get cut off. You get a little bit more here. Just keep cleaning on it. Might take 2 fleshings, especially if it's mild out like it is right now. Might take me 2 fleshings to get this one done. But I know when this one's done and boarded, it's going to look really good. Yeah. These things are so greasy. I can never take them off. I don't want to touch my camera with these greasy gauntlets. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just going to get this done, and then I'll show you when I'm finished.